Hello friends, it's me, and today let's watch Food Theory. The best pizza in America is Little Caesars from the Food Theorists. Together, let's go, let's start.
What is the best pizza chain? It's a battle for cheesy supremacy, and I'm tagging everyone in to find the answer. It won't be easy, but luckily I have the best tasters that spending no money can buy.
That's good sauce.
Yeah!
Just roll it. Hello,
Food
Internet! Welcome to Food Theory, the show that is so happy it's not lactose intolerant. Because pizza's back on the menu, boys! And if you want to see what's
Alright, hello Internet, welcome to Food Theory. Hi!
next on the menu, make sure to click the subscribe button. Last week, I did a deep dive into how many pizzas you should buy for any amount of guests. I sweat over the numbers as I crunched and calculated to determine whether large is truly the best size. I exposed Papa John and its lies. And what did that get me when I showed Lee my results so he could finally accept me as a consummate professional like him? Nope, Papa John's is better. All of that hard work for nothing. But I wasn't about to crumble. So since Lee both broke my heart and decided to make this month Romance Month over at Film Theory, I figured I'd do a second episode and keep the pizza party rolling with Pizza Month! That's right, we're going back to back with the pizza episodes. And today, we're seeing if Papa John's can snatch victory in the redemption story of the century. Robert Downey Jr. cleaning up his act to become the most beloved superhero ever? Justin Bieber low-key doing a 180 to a pretty cool guy? Nothing compared to this! In case you
But, however, the video title, the video thumbnail says otherwise. I'm sorry. Take a look. Sorry.
You're wondering why Papa John's is such a dark horse in this little competition? In the last episode, we took a deep dive into the age-old question of how many and what size pizzas you should get for a party. Definitely go give it a look, but to give you the TLDR, large pizzas are generally where it's at, but Domino's gives you the best bang for your buck, and by a lot too. And in the absolute last place, Papa John's. It wasn't particularly close either, but that was from an objective standpoint. As we all know though, pizza isn't just about the price or the slice size. It's about whether it's nice, guys. Hashtag bars. So today we're putting our pizza where our mouths are and determining once and for all which pizza chain is the supreme and which just isn't worth the dough. Now, unlike the holidays, it was pretty easy to get people to respond to my email this time around. Go figure. So today's lineup is me, Ash, Dan, Amy, and Lee. But because Lee didn't want to be alone on the couch, he brought Tom. It's fine. Whatever. Lee's a professional. It'll be okay. I'm not mad about it.
Yeah, because it feels like they're compensating for something.
Yeah, you know so little something about that, right, Santi?
I'm mad about it, and just when I thought Lee and I were friends. Speaking of friends, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor and friends over at the Shapeshifting YouTube channel. You know, here at Theorist, we value research, science, and asking the important questions about the world around us, like how certain advancements affect how we live, or how somehow thousands of years of human evolution and civilization still led to Tom. Shapeshifting is a new YouTube channel that takes a deep dive look into something that is changing the healthcare industry right now, GLP-1s. You may have heard of it as the popular Ozempic. It's a complex and nuanced trend, with questions being thrown out left and right. Shapeshifting uses healthcare experts to present the most scientifically accurate discourse around this revolutionary medication. No matter what your opinions on it are, or even if you don't have any opinions on it yet, I definitely recommend checking out their channel to learn more. They cover a range of topics all surrounding GLP-1s. Their newest video is especially fun for me because it covers exercise and how it relates to GLP-1s. It busts some important myths and looks at how exercise can complement the medication. If you're a fan of scientific breakdowns and discussions, you'll have a great time watching, even if they don't know the answer to the Tom question. Thanks again to Shapeshifting for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to my ragtag group of volunteers. So
Don't do that, please. Come on, don't do that.
how is this gonna go down? We have a lineup of 4 of the most popular chains in the US: Domino's, Pizza Hut, Little Caesars, and Papa John's. As a little monkey wrench to test just how refined our palates are, we've also thrown in a DiGiorno pizza. This is to see if any of us might be fooled, in which case instant disqualification, but also for a secret little something come down the pipeline later on. It's gonna be super fun. Seriously, it clay the upscribed say Utton Bay. The blind taste test will judge the pizza on 3 components: the cheese, the sauce, sauce and the dough/crust. For each category, each person will give it a score from 1 to 5, and at the end of each round, we'll add up all the scores to see which place ends up with the highest cumulative score. Oh, and before we dive in, I just want to extend the fun to you. We won't actually show which pizza is which until the very end, so if you have time and a bunch of friends, order up some pizzas and play along if you want. If you do, make sure to drop your scores in the comments below, or just let me know which place is your favorite overall. Now,
Hey, comment down below. Thank you.
let's get to it. Alright, to kick
engagement.
things off, we have a pinch of regret for the blind part of this test.
Keep going, Dan. You got it.
Yeah, okay, got it.
This is the problem.
Okay, sorry, guys.
Is this one piece?
I think it's your 2 pieces.
Oh, like wishbone it. Are you grabbing the other piece?
Yes, I'm holding a piece in the air.
okay.
It is elevated.
But we got the hang of things pretty quickly.
I love lukewarm pizza.
This is like the mediocrest slice of pizza I've ever had in my life.
Tom and Lee were not amused, but Ash and I dove in just a bit more in our analysis.
The sauce is a little understated. I'm getting a lot of cheese in this bite. It's wide, but it's flat. The kind of rising sensation isn't really happening. However, we have a very nice, crispy, garlicky crust that's happening up here, which I do very much
Let them
enjoy. I
cook.
think that the
Let
crust
them
here is
cook.
really the star of the show. I would honestly just be happy eating the crust. I love me some good bread.
Amy and Dan.
Okay, so let's just acknowledge that Ash is pretty good at descriptions. Thank you.
On the other hand,
This is just a bubble.
Did you get just a bubble?
I got just a crunchy bubble.
I swear with these people, they really like to test my patience. Taking a breath and powering through to the rankings, but not before a cheap shot on my part. Do you have the plate?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Huge
I was trying
There.
not to leave any crumbs, and so I was eating very meticulously over it.
Oh, I'm leaving crumbs everywhere. I mean, in my defense, this is the only way I can get on the GT Live side nowadays. You can ban me from the chat, Ash, but I will have my revenge!
Oh, you bad. You don't do that to a fellow coworker. You don't, bro. Okay.
I would give cheese like a 2 out of 5.
Yeah, I think 2's fair.
I give the sauce a. Can we go to 0?
I would go for 1.
Okay, yeah, I give it a 1 as
Yeah.
well. And I would say the crust, I actually thought was pretty good. I'd say the crust is a solid like 3, bordering on like 4. So
Yeah,
3.
I think again I was gonna say 3. I think 3 is fair because it's not gone bad. It's not tough or
Yeah.
difficult, and it's got some kind of flavor to it, but it's nothing special.
Not a strong showing for pizza number 1. Let's see what the bubble folks have to say.
Crust, 2. Sauce, 3. Cheese, 3. It is so
Crust, 2. Sauce, 3. Cheese, 3. Like right down, it's just so middle. Yeah, very good.
Hey.
Okay, not to ruin the whole immersion of this video, but in writing the script, I had to listen to this moment of these two screaming yay so much that I'm pretty sure I ruptured an eardrum. Thanks, Amy. Thanks, Dan.
So I would say the cheese
Thanks, Amy. Thanks, Dan. Thank you.
I'd give it a 3. Middle of the road, nothing crazy, nothing too much. It's just a solid cheese. Sauce, I give it a 2. She's quiet, she's moving in silence, a little bit sweet, but I could use more. I'm very saucy as a human being. Crust, I'm giving a 4. We love the garlicky flavor that's coming in there. The butter, it's also nice and crispy. There's a great combination of
I like it that Santi just sitting next to her is like, let her cook, let her cook, let her cook. Let them cook, let them cook. She got this, she got this.
ingredients there. I'm just saying it as a 4 because I'm not absolutely blown away yet, and I'm prepared to get blown away.
Wow, Ash really missed their calling as a food critic. I was on the same page for the most part, ish. I'll agree with you on the cheese and the dough. As a 3 and a 4, I think the dough is really well seasoned and there's not too much of it. It wasn't like too cakey to get through that
Right,
pizza.
exactly.
But the sauce, I cannot forgive a 2. This is a 4 sauce. It is so good.
Disagree.
She coats your tongue so deliciously.
She's barely there.
She is not she is there for you. She is supportive.
Then I can't feel her.
Oh, well, you're just high maintenance. All right. That is a 4 for me for sauce. Let's move on. A little disagreement, but that's fine because I'm the host and I have final say, and I say she was so there.
No, she wasn't.
But having said that, you are in the set, you are literally sitting on the set of the GT Live. So you're the guests, and she's also the host for GT Live. So both of you are hosts, just different channels.
What? You?
Imagine what Matt Pat would have said. You see your life, by the way. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Okay.
can't just appear in my VO.
I can, when you're saying something so egregiously false.
Okay, fine. Agree to disagree.
Wait, Ash gets to defend their taking the VO? What I meant by bubbly was that—
Nope.
Oh, hey, do we get lines?
Absolutely not. We are not doing this. Shoot, get. So, to finish off the first round, that leaves Pizza 1 with a total score of 16 for the crust, 14 for the sauce, and 18 for cheese for a grand total of 48. Not too shabby, but we still got lots of pizzas to go. Pizza number 2 was rough out the gate.
What is this? It doesn't feel like a slice.
This is not gonna end well.
Have you seen the movie Flubber?
Yes.
This feels like what Flubber would feel like.
This is Flubber pizza. The undercarriage here is smooth like a baby's bottom. I don't know how I feel about that.
This feels like pizza that's been out on a plate at a buffet for like 4 hours.
Ooh, it's flexible. This one feels less well done than the last one. The last one was just crispy.
That's good sauce.
Oh,
Oh wow, no.
yes.
What?
That is a sauce that speaks. That sauce is talking to me. That's what I wanted.
You're off the couch.
Girl, it's my couch.
Well, Ash and I disagreed hard.
To be fair, as I mentioned, Ash is the host of the GT Live set, and technically speaking, you're filming on the GT Live, so you are the guests.
Tom and Lee were on the same page.
So cheese,
one.
it's like, yeah, 1. There's barely any on here.
There probably is, but it just doesn't taste of anything. That's the problem.
Amy and Dan agreed on high scores, just not in the same categories.
I'll give the cheese a 4 and the sauce a 3.
Really? No, flip them.
No.
Cheese 3, sauce 4.
No.
Incorrect.
I'm gonna disagree with you on the cheese. The cheese is actually coming through. I actually quite like it. I'm gonna give the cheese.
Oh, I gulped. Sorry.
Okay. Some say you can still hear the gulp in the halls of the GT Live set to this day.
Questions. Who is the some say?
Pizza number 2, we finished with a total of 12 for crust, 18 for sauce, and 14 for cheese for a total of 44 points, putting this 4 points behind pizza number 1. Pizza 3 was a shocker for some of us, and for Dan, it left him speechless. Your guess is as good as mine. Either Dan hated it, or he loved it so much it literally forced him into a state of meditation. The rest of us were much more vocal.
Immediate difference on this one.
That
The
sauce is great.
Yeah, the sauce is fantastic.
It's really basil forward. Sorry,
Yeah.
basil. Sorry,
Yeah.
I can see Santi judging me for calling it basil. I can feel it.
Not wrong. Nah, he knows me so well.
I'm gonna like this. I know him. That's familiar. I know her.
I thought I did. She's like the high school sweetheart that then you run into 10 years later, and you're like, what happened to you? If Ash and my ramblings have you a little lost, we loved this pizza. I think this has been my favorite so far.
I agree. This is the best one, and it's not close.
The other 4 uncultured barbarians disagreed. Granted, Tom and Lee both loved the sauce like we did, but the other parts, not so much.
The cheese,
Like a 2. It's better than the other one.
it's still not strong. It's at least there, so 2 I think
Yeah.
is fair. Dough,
I'd give it a 2. It's better than that the one that we didn't like.
yeah, I'd say
But
2.
it's-
I
it's
think
not-
I think that's fair.
Sauce is a 2. It's too sweet. And the cheese is a 2. I don't like it.
I don't like the cheese either.
Seriously, I don't know what they're talking about. Guess Ash and I are just better. Dough, 5. Sauce, 5. Nona crushed it. Yeah, the one that they have trapped in the basement. They have like a giant shackle on her and she's not allowed to leave.
Nona.
Poor Nona. Poor Nona. But her sauce was just so, delicious. Despite some disagreement, even for the naysayers, the sauce was the highlight of this pizza and ended up giving it the highest score in that category by far up until this point with 22 points. The dough also had a strong showing with 19 and made up for the cheese's 15 points for a gut-busting total of 56 points, putting it comfortably in the lead coming into the final 2 pizzas. The penultimate pizza was far from the ultimate, and it got some immediate reactions.
I know what this is. I know exactly what this is.
All right.
Ah, I know this one.
This is the DiGiorno's.
The cheese comes off in a solid piece.
This is the worst one by far so far.
I know what this is.
I know what this is. Oh my god, by a mile.
Right?
Homie, don't play that.
I'm good.
It was pretty obvious from minute 1. Ash and I were totally in sync here.
Can we say it?
On the count of 3.
One,
1, 2,
two,
3,
three.
go.
DiGiorno. Go? You said the count of 3.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, go, DiGiorno.
You didn't say the count of 3, go.
It's implicit in the count of 3.
No, girl, where?
Okay, kind of in sync. 3/5 in sync. Lance, Chris, and Joey. No JC or Justin. Regardless, none of us were fooled here. Good to know for no reason whatsoever. Scribble, 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 scribble. But yeah, spoilers. This was the DiGiorno pizza. It was painfully obvious. Almost as painful as its score. Ending the round with the lowest score in each category for a measly 30.5 points. Final round! And after the DiGiornos, it was only uphill from here. Whoa.
Yeah,
I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't this.
she's fruity.
She is! Ash and I were astounded by the level of sweetness in the sauce, but we couldn't quite put our finger on where it could be from. The others, though?
It's just Papa John's.
Papa John's.
They did Papa John's.
Papa John's 100%.
Yeah, I couldn't make it out. Did they say Papa John's? Did they seem sure about that? Well, Lee did, and he knew exactly why.
The reasons I can tell, the sauce is a little bit sweeter. Feel of the bread is also very specific to Papa John's.
I would say the cheese is really good.
Yes,
actually.
I agree.
It's got that right level of melty cheese while also feeling like it's got some like texture to it, like that browning that I was talking about. So that's really nice. But it doesn't feel like it's going to come off in a slab.
The best chain. The best one.
Okay, settle down there, Lee. Amy and Dan might have something to say about that.
Papa John's is a bad father. That's how I feel.
And you are entitled to your feelings, Amy. Unfortunately for you, no one else agreed. Across the board, this pizza had something we all loved, and that Lee really loved. The sauce was the most divisive, with Amy and Dan giving it one of their lowest scores of the day. And while it was a bit too sweet for me, it was still, in the immortal words of Dan,
Good sauce.
Papa John's, I mean, pizza number 5, ended up getting high scores across the board, with 20 for crust, 20 for sauce, and 19 for cheese, ending up with a grand total of 59. But now it's time to see if our predictions were right, if Pizza 5 truly is Papa John's, and see if their pizza can finally redeem their name. 1, 2, 3.
I'm bad news. The title says Little Caesars.
Go.
Domino's.
Domino's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are both correct.
Let's go. Yeah.
Tom is correct. Amy, you are incorrect.
Oh, damn.
Wait, does that mean I'm right?
You're right. Santi, you are incorrect.
What?
Ash is correct. Yes! You are both correct. You guys
Which
swapped
means that
guys.
Dan is right and I'm wrong. And you know what? That's okay. I still gotta eat a heck ton of pizza.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Ash is correct again.
What? Little Caesars has the best sauce? That is nuts.
DiGiorno.
You are both correct.
Yeah.
Not even close.
It was not delivery.
Papa John's. It was clearly Papa John's.
You guys both correct. Ash, 5 for 5.
What?
And that is how you do it.
I am astounded right now. Excuse me while I...
Yep. Ash is good. She's good. She's very good.
I pick my jaw up off the floor long enough to say, congratulations to Papa John's. A true Cinderella story, finally redeeming itself. While their prices are high and they're full of lies, their pizza's flavor speaks nothing but truth. It came away with the win with 59 total points and the best overall score in each category. But the number 2 spot and the true dark horse of this competition goes to Little Caesars, which earned the highest number of any individual category with its sauce, totaling a whopping 22 points for Nona's delicious creation. At number 3 is the winner from last week's episode, Domino's, and rounding off 4th and 5th place are Pizza Hut and DiGiorno's, which got the lowest score by far with 30.5. What this means for you is that if you're willing to spend a little extra and potentially get less pizza, Papa John's pizza is sure to please. But if you're looking for a less sweet, more robust and complex sauce, look no further than Little C's. And definitely steer clear of DiGiorno's. As for our predictions, Ash, Tom, and Dan all made out with clean sweeps. Lee got 4 correct. Amy got 2 correct. And me, well, I got 2 correct. And an entire worldview shattered. I don't know who I am anymore, but I definitely know who Little Caesars is now. Because while Papa John's may have won the crown, Little Caesars and Nona won my heart. But hey, that's just a theory. A food theory. Buen provecho. I may not have had my best showing here, but if you want to see me beat Uncle Roger, make sure to click the link on the screen now. And as always, I'll see you next week.
Well, thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe. But hey, that's just a theory. A food theory. Bon appetit. Subscribe.